it's, that time of year where kids are still getting sick. I keep hearing about strep.
Oh, yeah, we've had it twice.
So how do you guys decide when... I mean, there are times the kids wake up in the middle of the night and there's literally vomit all over the room the other day.
That's
the 3-year-old
worst.
locked herself in her room, and when I pried it open with a bobby pin, it was everywhere. And I said, well, why did you lock the door? And she said, because I didn't want the cat to eat my puke.
Oh,
and I was like,
smart.
oh, me either. Okay. But you could tell me next time you vomit your entire room. So,
we're in this together.
Yeah.
Protecting the cat.
So I'm sitting there going, no fever, no anything. Do I rush her to St. Luke's Urgent Care ER right now? Or do I wait till the morning? Or do I pump her full of fluids? Or do I call 911? I have no idea.
Yeah.
What's your guys' tricks and tips with sick kids?
Everybody's looking at me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there anything where you just roll with it every single time?
You kind of have to roll with it every time. Because every kid is different, too. My son, when he gets strep, he looks like he's been run over by a steamroller. He melts and he's a disaster. Whereas my daughter, Violet, had a little bit of a cough, and we took her to the doctor 2 days ago, and lo and behold, she has strep, but she had no fever. Mm-hmm. She didn't even tell me her throat was sore. She felt fine. She went to school. She was playing t-ball, and it's just her cough had lingered a little bit long for her, but she doesn't get as sick as everybody else. So after 3 days of a cough, I'm like, well, that's not normal for you. But for Milo, who gets a cough with every single cold he gets, and he'll cough for 10 days after a cold, it is normal. So it's you kind of have to take it kid by kid, and they have a threshold, I think.
I'm a crazy person. Well, Ellis is my first, child, so I think, people tell me you're a crazy person with your first kid, and so, I've been taking her to the doctor for, everything, weird poops,
Did she eat blueberries?
I think one time, and, I know they probably have this written on my record, this girl's crazy, but, I called them one time, and I was like, I think she has this weird rash, and they were like, has she been around? Has she been coloring? I was like, oh yeah, we were coloring with markers. And they were like, oh, well, is there anything can you wipe it off? And they're so sweet, and I'm like, oh, God. No, but we'll just stay home. I mean, yeah.
Parenting
right.
101.
Yeah, and who lets, their 11-month-old have a marker. And, me. But, recently, I feel like I'm getting better because over Memorial Day we had the hand, foot, and mouth disease.
It's going around.
Yeah, and, when she came down with the fever, I was like, whatever, get in the car, we're going to Minneapolis. And,
suck it up, sister.
Don't stir. And then, the next day she had, this, huge, the sores and the blistery rash. And I was like, what? That's it. She has Ebola, and we're all gonna have it. and then I was, freaking out, and my mother-in-law, who's just, you never, she has this book by Dr. Spock that copyright, 1954, and, she was, flipping it out. I'm like, we can't even use Google? She's like, don't go to urgent care, we can figure this out. I'm like, this is copyright 1954,
They've learned a thing or two.
Right, yeah. Is scarlet fever still in there? I don't know. But, and they were like, oh, don't take her to the doctor. We're fine, we're fine. Meanwhile, superating pustules are popping up on her butt.
How do they treat that?
They don't, and that's the only reason. Yeah, that's the only
Once
reason.
the rash shows up, the bad part's over.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and that's the only reason I didn't
anymore.
take her in because my mother-in-law's
Just the fever.
Yeah, they're like,
I've not experienced that one.
Yeah.
No,
you
that's,
probably won't.
Yeah,
It's
a
a
baby
really
thing.
young toddler thing.
Yeah, but I kind of feel proud that I didn't holler.
Yeah, we've never
I took
had it.
everything.
I've just heard about it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And, they look like little lepers.
Yeah.
And so, even though she wasn't infectious, we were, hauling her out everywhere.
Hold my baby.
And, in her little tank top and shorts. And, she looks like she belongs in a leper colony.
So when is it contagious? Just when it...
But,
when it
the
has fever.
6 days before or something.
When they have no signs
Yeah.
of anything.
Right, when you don't know.
That's why, all
Until
the
they
kids
get
get it
Yeah.
if they're together.